Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Love It or Skip It comic book review. Today we're looking at What If the Dark? What If the Dark, the Tomb of Dracula. So this has the Blade and Dracula in it. And let's see what it's all about. So basically the comic starts with a bat flying over. It looks like London. And as it flies over, it goes after a man. And this man is going to turn out to be very important in this story. So he goes there after a man, Quincy Hawker, and he attacks him, and in his attack he falls down, because they're at the opera right now. He falls down and basically is paralyzed, right, from the ground down. When he leaves there, he sees a victim, a young lady that he wants to attack. But in doing so, this guy comes out and starts beating Dracula and hits him over the head. Dracula then grabs the guy and, of course, infects him, and he falls down. Now, it seems that he comes back awake, and he goes to this bordello, and while he goes to the bordello, this woman is having a babe. And of course, when he goes, he sees the woman while she's halfway through labor, and he bites into the lady. Luckily the other women are able to take him off, but the mother of the baby dies, and the baby survives. And who's the baby? The Daywalker himself, Blade. This was written by Marv Wolfman. The penciler is David Cutler. So it's interesting thought what exactly means. So we go back into Transylvania like 27 years earlier. This is after Blade's birth, so 27 years later, not earlier, later. And they are in Transylvania, and guess who shows up, in Dracula's castle? It's none other than Quincy Hawker himself, and he has a whole crew coming out to go after Dracula. Quincy Hawker is in a wheelchair that's weaponized, and it's kind of crazy. So they go in there, start killing everybody. But Dracula escaped. We also see that Blade goes after Dracula and intends to try and kill him. But Dracula, he's Dracula. He's the master of all vampires, so he's able to, even though Blade is trying to kill him, it's just not working. He's able to escape. But with the whole team coming together, Quincy Hawker, Frank Drake, Rachel Van Helsing, and of course Blade himself, they start attacking Dracula, and Dracula has to take off. He can't stay in one spot. Now it seems that he escapes, and now it's more like the modern world, and so he flies. Now, the one thing I gotta say I'm not too crazy about is when Dracula looks like a man bat. Not my favorite look of Dracula, but it is what it is, right? So he's out and about, and he's like, you know what? We're going to terrorize. They terrorize me at home. We're going to terrorize these people here. So he has his man bat vampires going out and killing people all over the world. They're not infecting, they're just killing them straight up. And he's just causing a whole bunch of terror. Now, his thought is, what happens if he sees Blade, and he sees the Dampiers, that's what they call them, and he just takes a bite out of Blade. Wow, it's rough, man. He just good shot, full-page shot of him just sucking the blood of Blade. It then cuts to Blade going home to see his girlfriend, and what does he do? He's like, she tells him, Eric, my God, where have you been? I'm sorry, Sal, I truly am, but now we can be together forever. And he just basically bites his girl, and I'm like, what? And Dracula comes in and says, excellent, exactly as I commanded, because he commanded him to basically, kill his girlfriend. And what does he say? He says, turning staff's not on you, old man. I'm not your damn servant. I'm here to kill you slowly and painfully. No, you're the one who will die, Blade. And, Blade chases after him, but of course, he changes into the vampire man-bat thing that he does. But guess what? Now that Blade is a full vampire, he goes after him, and they're fighting in the air, which is interesting. Yeah, they go like flying rats or squirrels. But of course Dracula escapes. Blade then goes over to Hawker and his team and says, hey, listen, I have a plan. And they're like, wait, but you've been bitten, so I don't know how much you're now a full vampire. We're not sure how much we can trust you. He said, don't worry, it's a foolproof plan. So they go back to the Transylvania castle, and of course, Dracula goes back to the Transylvania castle and, is using his minions as he would use his minions. And basically he's been converting a whole bunch of people into these man zombie bat things. Ugh. It's not the debonair vampire. I guess these are just mindless moron slaves. And of course, he goes in there to go check in his castle. Goes to check one of the holes of his where he would have all his vampires, because he's planning to take over the world as usual and trying to just like do his thing. But guess what? When he opens the door, he finds Blade, and they're all in there. All the ones who were supposed to come and help Dracula rule or take over are all dead. And he's like, "What? How? You're not following my orders, basically?" And Blade is like, "I'm after you, bro. I'm coming after you hard." And so they start battling it out. Blade gets the best of Dracula. He stabs him, but then he cuts off Dracula's head, and then he calls Harker and says, "Harker, we got the big bad, okay?" And he says, "I'm ready." And of course, he killed. Like I said, he's telling to kill a bunch of these vampire things, and Harker blows up the castle completely, and that's it. That's the what if. What if Dracula had infected Blade? Blade basically will come after him to kill him, and that's exactly what he ends up doing. Hey, I got mixed reviews with this one. My issue, it's a decent thing. If you like the horror stuff, if you like the what if, this will definitely be down your road. But I think that, the very fact that Blade dies, not a happy camper. Spinner rack out.